Hello, this is J183, and it's another episode of Pierre's Path to Glory. This time it's a German Grand Prix, and as you can see, it's a wet one in practice anyway. So, the German Grand Prix, Hockenheimring, I'm quite a bit of a fan of this circuit, and hopefully I can get a good result following the win last time out in Hungary. If you missed that episode, then go and check it out. And onto the track plantation test, I actually waited for the track to dry up a little bit in practice just to make it a little bit easier. And as you can see, only one green score so far, as long as we nail the last corner, which we do. So, purple score quite easily for practice. And move on to qualifying pace test, and it should be quite an easy one because you can just completely corner cut everywhere and smash the score quite easily. And as you can see, I'm about 5 tenths up, so pretty easy qualifying pace test in Germany. So that is only 4 tenths, so that messed up the final corner a little bit. But anyway, purple score 1:17.1, which isn't the best lap at all really, but it's good enough for purple score. And on to qualifying, and it is very, very dry, as you can see. Grandstand's full up, and hopefully I can get a good qualifying result, maybe in pole position. So. I haven't had pole for a while actually, I don't think, so hopefully we could bounce back with a pole here. At the Hockenheimring, coming on the end of the first lap now, and it is coming around the final corner. It's in a tiny last sector, I'm not sure about the rest of the lap, but it is good enough for pole right now with a 1:14.4, which is quite quick, really. So on to the next lap in qualifying. This is the final lap I had. It's 4 tenths off my previous, but I think I'm already pole anyway. So this lap was just to make sure really. So 4 tenths up almost, and coming around the final corner we get a much better run. It makes it almost 5 tenths up and coming across the line, and it's going to be easily pole position. So it just smashed the field completely, and yeah, pretty nice. Back on pole, as I haven't been there for a while, as I said. And let's have a look at the qualifying results. And it was myself on pole, as I said, with Sebastian Vettel 2 tenths behind, followed by Nico Carey doing very well in his Toro Rosso, with Hamilton 4th, Raikkonen 5th, and Carlos Sainz rounding out the top 6 in his Toro Rosso as well, which has been upgraded a bit recently, with Daniel Ricciardo struggling in 7th, Bottas, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Alonso making out the top 11. And Verstappen 9 tenths off me, which is pretty worrying for him, as we're teammates of course. Then we have Julian Palmer, Kevin Magnussen, the Renaults 12th and 13th, with Button in the McLaren 14th, and it is 2 by 2 for the Manners, the Haas, Force India and Sauber, rounding out the next positions. The Sauber's almost 3 seconds off the pace at the bottom of the grid, which is difficult for them. But let's go into the race.
There's nowhere at all I'd rather be today than here at Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. We have an incredibly competitive field this year, which means we should be in for a treat. And judging by the sea of people filling the grandstands, there's a fair-sized chunk of Germany that agrees with me.
So race strategy, and it's looking like a 2-stop strategy, super soft, medium. And it's underfueled quite a bit because I tend to stay fuel quite easy just following a standard. Now onto 5 red lights for the German Grand Prix. And it is very short hold, lights out and away we go. And alongside, I think Sebastian Vettel hasn't got the best start, but he's going to be alongside in turn 1, which is not very advisable because it's very narrow on the exit. And as you can see, I've been forced off by Vettel there. And Nico Carey is now going to look to take advantage. I'm on the grass slightly with my left tyre. And Carey's looking like he's going to go up the inside. Perez is out the race, I'm not sure what happened there. I'll have to have a look at a replay. Vettel's taking the lead. I had to leave Carey space on the inside. Nico Carey goes into 2nd place. And that is disappointing because now I might even be defending from Kimi Raikkonen here. He's managed to find his way into 4th. So he's going to be looking to make out the podium here, but I've got a slipstream and carry him, and he got the inside and go for a move into the hairpin, the main overtaking space on this circuit. So up the inside of Carey and hold it narrow to the apex, and he's just about going to hold it around the outside though, and he gets a much better exit on that wider line. So unfortunately Carey's maintained 2nd place for now. I've still got to defend from Kimi Raikkonen, the other Scandinavian, and almost looking at the inside of Carey there. But now, because we've looked at the inside, we've actually gone wide, which is disappointing on the artificial grass, and Raikkonen's managed to take advantage up into 3rd place. It's been an appalling start. I'm down 3 positions into 4th already, and I'm defending from the Toro Rosso of Carlos Sainz, but no, Raikkonen's taking Carey, and now I'm on the back of Nico Carey as well, who's struggling to hold on to his 2nd place after his good start. We're going to go right at the inside, looks like. No, we thought about it, but not quite the move coming off this time, so it looks like we're pressuring him a lot. We have a much better pace as this Red Bull is quicker than the Toro Rosso quite easily. And now through the final corner we get a wider line, go for the undercut move and take him on exit, force him onto the curve. And that is a P3 regained, and Vettel and Raikkonen both set purple laps as it was the end of lap 2. But now we've gone wide through turn 1 again. I can't seem to get into a rhythm at the minute. And Carey's going to go back up the inside, and Sainz looks like he's going for the inside as well. It's 3 wide now, and Sainz and Carey side by side. Sainz has crashed into him. Carlos Sainz has spun out on the side of his teammate Nico Carey, and that is going to be tension in the Toro Rosso team there. But now we forget about Sainz. We're going alongside with Carey back again for 3rd place, and with the DRS open this time. Seems like quite an easy move up. I can back onto the podium, and the Ferrari's side by side ahead as well. So I think Raikkonen might have gone for a move there on his teammate, but I don't think it came off. So that is very controversial in the Scuderia Toro Rosso team, as they came to blows there into turn 3, and Sainz has lost out massively. But on the replay at the start, you can the lights went out, and I got a pretty average start. Vettel got a decent one alongside me, and found himself alongside, and I had to give him the space because he forced me out onto the artificial grass and onto the real grass there on the left-hand side as well. And I'm not sure what happened at the back. We'll have a look in a moment. But Vettel forced me out into turn 3 as I leave the space for Carey, who was also at the inside, which is why Carey was able to play second at the minute. And down towards turn 3, I couldn't quite get the slipstream, but we remained third, as you saw under live highlights. So Lewis Hamilton from 4th now, and you can just see I didn't actually get that good of a start compared to Carey and Vettel. So Vettel forces me out, you're able to see it well from here, and Vettel just doesn't leave me the space on the tarmac, so I have to take to the curb. And Raikkonen is going up the outside of Lewis Hamilton, so we're very on to Kimi Raikkonen. Hamilton looks back up the inside, but then I don't even know what he does. He just sort of backs out of it. He almost gets caught on my side pod, so he has to back out of that. And then in the right-hand mirror, you can see Carlos Sainz, who looks like he's going to go for a move here. And Lewis Hamilton defending from the Toro Rosso, the young gun in the Toro Rosso, Carlos Sainz, who's up his inside now. You can see the right-hand mirror, and there he is. And Carlos Sainz looks like he's going to take the position from the four-time world champion, I should say, as he won in season 1, of course. And Carlos Sainz goes up the inside, takes away 5th place, I think that is, and pretty awful start from Hamilton as well, to end up being behind both Toro Rossos. And here's Perez's start, who actually gets a very good start compared to Charles Leclerc in his Haas. And the manner in the Haas of Grosjean ahead, and Grosjean looks like he's going to pinch Esteban Ocon, and Perez tries to avoid it and just takes his wheel off and takes Ocon with him as well. So Grosjean and Ocon came to blows. Here is Esteban Ocon, and I'm not quite sure how that happened. I think Ocon just understeered into the side pod of Romain Grosjean, and yeah, unfortunate that he managed to fall into the path of Sergio Perez. But here he is, he gets pinched on exit, and then Perez there, and he almost takes out Verline as well in the other Force India. But I think Verline escapes with just minor wing damage rather than a full-blown tyre off. But now onto live footage again. Here's Nico Carey having to defend both Mercedes cars. As Daniel Ricciardo has managed to go on a mad one and overtake his teammate, and Nico Carey now is up into 4th place, or I think, yeah, 4th place that is. And onto the end of lap 5, and I'm going to come into the pits. And Kimi Raikkonen is, Sebastian Vettel I should say, is doing the same from 2nd place. So it looks like it's going to be hopefully swift work from the Red Bull team. There's double stacking. Verstappen's coming as well, which is very odd, because like I don't know why they're pitting us both at the same time, but unfortunately Vettel managed to get out before us. But he has pitted onto medium tyres, so hopefully with my soft tyres on I can close the gap reasonably quickly and maybe undercut his teammate Raikkonen, who hasn't pitted yet. He's going a lap further. So this undercut strategy could come to fruition here, as halfway through my outlap now, and we're closing in on the Haas. I think of Charles Leclerc this is. And through this section he's going to be going so much slower, so unfortunately he's holding me up quite a lot. There's Vettel in the distance, and I'm just going to go diving up the inside of Charles Leclerc, take the position quite easily, and now we're going to pressurise Sebastian Vettel, and here it is, Vettel going slowly through this section. I have the edge here, going up the inside as I did Nico Carey earlier, and straight past him now. What a move that is. I've practiced it on Carey and I've executed it down Vettel, and at the same time Raikkonen's coming out of the pit lane. So this is going to show if the undercut has worked or not. Here's Raikkonen through turn 1, there I am, and it's going to be very close, but I've just about taken the lead now. So, well, the net lead, I should say, because there's still a few cars I haven't pitted yet, including the car ahead, which I think is Jenson Button at this point. But I set a purple lap on my first lap on these new soft tyres, my first full lap. And now Jenson Button is the next car ahead in his McLaren. So hopefully I can take advantage of the Honda engine and overtake him down towards the hairpin now. And there's a few cars up ahead, I'm not sure who they are. But yeah, Jenson Button side by side now. I have DRS open, so it should be a fairly easy move, as the Renault Tag Heuer engine is better than the McLaren engine, the Honda. As I think everyone in F1 knows, so the Honda is pretty awful, especially in real life. And now into I think 4th place, but it's a net first anyway, because everyone who's pitted is behind me now. So there's just a few cars ahead, which are Alonso, and I think this is Magnussen, and they're going defensive everywhere. I'm going to look to the outside, just get myself alongside. And this is not how I want to be. I almost get forced off the track there. Alonso and Magnussen side by side. Alonso's managed to go on the outside of Magnussen, so very well done to him. And Kevin Magnussen now is going to be defending from me down into the Mercedes corner, which is pretty disappointing, as he's so slow compared to me. He's on old tyres and a slower car. I'm going to go right around the outside of Magnussen. This will be a very nice move if it comes off, and it does. So what a move that is, right around the outside of Magnussen, and now there's only Fernando Alonso ahead of me. And I think one of the cars, Jolyon Palmer, who's way ahead in the lead at the minute, which is something I didn't expect to be saying, but never mind. Going up the inside of Fernando Alonso now, down towards turn 2, and up the inside of Alonso quite easily. I've had the DRS down the short second straight on this track, but unfortunately now, because there's two DRS detection zones, Alonso and Magnussen are both going to have DRS. So even though the Honda engine is absolutely awful in real life, in this it's not that much worse than the Renault. So Alonso might even be looking for an inside move, but he doesn't. But I've been, in looking behind me, I've managed to miss my braking point and miss my turn in. So we're onto the curb slightly, and Alonso is actually really getting out of position. So I'm going to try and pop into his slipstream. He's going very defensive into his flat right, which is a bit odd. And as you can see, he goes wide now, blocks Magnussen, and I'm back up into second place. So this is the order right now. As Julian Palmer is in the lead. Who would believe it? I don't know. But then I'm in second place, just a little bit behind him, followed by Alonso and Kevin Magnussen, followed by Jensen Button, Alonso, Magnussen, Pierre. So Button takes third place for now, but Raikkonen, Hamilton and Vettel are the next cars in line. So they're the net second, third and fourth place, and this is going to be Julian Palmer pits at the end of the very next lap. So that releases me back into the lead off the German Grand Prix, set a perfect lap while we're at it, and I now have a very big lead over Kimi Raikkonen in second place and Lewis Hamilton in third. But now onto a few laps later, lap 16, I'm going to go into the pits now and just dip a wheel into gravel, but no harm done. Just a little bit of time lost and breaking down to the marker. There it is, 50 miles per hour, and going into the pits, I didn't get a quick pit stop onto the medium tyres and going to the end of the race now. It is a 2.1, which is quite good. It's not the best. I've seen like 1.6s before in AOR, etc. But I'm down behind, I think that's a McLaren taking the lead once again. They're doing a very odd strategy this race, as I'm now behind them again. But now I'm going to be alongside someone. It's actually the Ferrari of, I think, Kimi Raikkonen. So you can just see how much ahead we are as we are now like got a pit stop advantage. I think this is, I'm not sure which Ferrari this is, but we're just behind one of them. And we've managed to open up that pit stop gap in just one stint on the soft tyres. And we're going to overtake Raikkonen now, who it is. And up the inside, down towards the hairpin. It looks like quite a simple move. Back up into second place. So now we can focus on catching the car in the lead. I'm not sure who it is at the minute, but I had a thought it might have been the McLaren after the pit stop, just seeing it flash past myself. But no, it isn't. It's actually Lewis Hamilton in the lead right now, just followed by me in second place, Pierre Gasly. And Sebastian Vettel's going through on Raikkonen, and Vettel just about takes Raikkonen into third place. But now Julian Palmer and I think it's Valtteri Bottas both did very well. And yeah, onto lap 34 now. This is the end of the race. As you can see, nothing much else happened after everyone pitted. So I'm going to come across the line for the victory of the German Grand Prix, and that is quite nice to see. So I win the race then from the 15-second gap in the end to Lewis Hamilton, and Daniel Ricciardo makes up the podium in his Mercedes, recovering from his low-grade position in third place. And with 28 seconds behind, you see how far ahead I was really, followed by Raikkonen and Vettel, the two Ferraris, with Carey, Palmer, Hulkenberg and Magnussen, Jensen Button running out the points. Carlos Sainz just missing out after that early spin with his teammate, which is very controversial. And Valtteri Bottas in 12th and everyone else who lapped down, so Max Verstappen ended up making 4 stops. I'm not quite sure why, but Verstappen down in 13th, disappointing, with the manner of George Russell 14th, Leclerc, Verline, Stevens, Ocon, Giovinazzi and Alonso rounding out the finishers, with Grosjean and Perez the only DNS. Not quite sure what happened to Grosjean. But Drivers' Championship now, my gap has extended massively as Verstappen failed to score for the second race in a row, I believe. So Verstappen needs to pick it up, as I've won the last 2 and he's DNF the last 2. But Constructors, Red Bull still absolutely smashing Mercedes, even though Mercedes lowered the gap slightly. But yeah, quite a big gap still, so Red Bull look nailed on for that Constructors title already. And onto the resource points and everything, it's going up quite a lot. I don't tend to spend them because there's not really any need. But yeah, this is the end of this video. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more. This has been J183, and I will see you next time.